in a middle to upper class loving family. I had opportunities to travel the world. I was graduated with honors in my senior class. I got the Senior Art Award and most likely to be remembered senior superlative. I played travel soccer and I took competitive dance from the age of 3 through high school. Seems pretty normal, right? Even privileged. But the reality was I still didn't feel whole. I had always used dance, art, and music as my coping skills. So in high school, it made it easy to turn to recreational drugs for relief. It allowed me to not have to worry about those feelings where I felt like I felt less than those around me, or where I felt like I felt deeper than other people and my peers. I turned to drinking and smoking cannabis and just doing what I thought were normal, typical teenager things. But due to my careless behavior, at the age of 17, I became a young mother. Prior to this, I had gotten accepted into a prestigious arts department at Appalachian State University, but I didn't go due to the birth of my first child. I stayed home in the small town, Wilkes County, the hometown of NASCAR and moonshine, the place I'd always dreamt of getting out of because I thought that's what you had to do to experience life. I stayed and had dreams, so I found a way to just keep those alive and be a mother. I went to cosmetology school and found a way to put my art to use in another fashion. I also taught competitive dance to kids ages 6 to 18, winning numerous choreography awards. So I found a way to keep my dreams alive in Wilkes County. That lasted until an ankle surgery, where I had 5 surgeries due to an ankle injury, and I was prescribed opioids for pain. I remember the first time I took this medication at home. I was in a wheelchair, I was bed rest, and I was in a grave depression because I couldn't teach dance anymore. I couldn't do hair anymore, and I was struggling just to be a mother. I remember the instant euphoria this drug gave me. I fell in love with it instantly, and then with myself all over again. It was an instant love affair. I continued to chase that feeling for a long time. I learned what it felt like to be dope sick when I didn't have the medication. And I also wanted to keep that mind state that opioids gave me of this all-powerful and whole woman, which is the feeling I got when I took the medication. Eventually, my doctor became the drug dealer down the street. Lucky for me at the time, I had a husband who knew all the right people, the people for years that I'd tried to keep him away from. It was easy for me to blame my chaos on him for a long time. As I said, from the outside looking in, I was a responsible mother. I taught dance to children and won awards, and I was the one bringing home the money and working full time. And so I felt like I had it all together. From the outside looking in, though, it looked great. But for me, I still felt miserable, empty, and depleted. The scary thing about the disease of addiction is that it always progresses. And the crazy part about it is that I went downhill so rapidly that by the time I looked in the mirror, I didn't even recognize the person looking back at me. I was sitting in an empty apartment. The house that I'd bought at the age of 21 foreclosed. My husband now in jail. My job's now gone. And my mother was now taking full custody of my children. And you would have thought that this would have been rock bottom. You would have thought that once everything was out in the open, that would be as far downhill as you could go. But that wasn't the reality for me. At this point, I was forced underground into a world that I had never existed in before. A world that was all about survival. A world where my only responsibility was to numb my own pain and most days pray that I didn't wake up again. The best way I know how to describe it is I was alone in hell with the rest of the only other lonely people who suffered with me.
Hello, my name is Adam Ferrari, Chief.
So this could be considered a lead. A lot of people do their lead story. What was your meeting a lead meeting, or was it called something else? They just tell their whole story from start to finish.
Nah,
Okay.
not start to finish. A lot of them share either their recent experiences with sobriety or what drove them to stop.
Okay. Yeah, probably open discussion. This one would be more of a lead because she's telling her story, what got her to hit rock bottom, and then.
I think the group leader, her name is Shayla. I think she had more of a leading story.
Okay.
But she didn't really start with finish.
Okay.
But she told a good bit.
I always tried
Okay.
to stop using. There was never a moment where that's what I envisioned or wanted my life to continue to look like. But despite my best efforts, I was never able to mentally or physically make it through the withdrawal symptoms. And so despite my best efforts, every time I tried, I was still homeless, hopeless, and addicted.
Snickers.
This is usually where most people's story begins. So most people don't live through the disease of addiction. In 2021, the CDC estimated that 100,000 individuals, just like me, died due to overdose death. Imagine the entire Charlotte Motor Speedway filled up on a hot, slam-packed race day. That still doesn't account for the number of lives that we lost due to overdose, which is preventable. Lucky for me, that wasn't the way my story ended. In January of 2012, I ended up in the hospital in ICU due to septic shock because I had become an IV drug user. I was in the hospital for almost 14 days while doctors tried to control the infection that had spread to my heart and basically just keep me alive. I remember when I woke up in the hospital for the first time in a long time.
This is kind of like a lead meeting that they give in Alcoholics Anonymous. So she's telling her story and how she got sober, and then it's only about 9 more minutes.
I was grateful that I was not dead. It was the first time I had woke up and not prayed that I was not on earth. I was happy to be in the hospital. I think this is probably what saved.
Was one of you doing a group today, or am I tripping? Oh, okay. All right. You want me to stop this here or so you can go, or finish the 9 minutes of this so you can prepare? 9 more minutes? All right.
My life, because like I shared, despite my best intentions, I had never been able to make it through withdrawals. I was so desperate to not go back to that hell I was living in that I decided to go anywhere somebody told me I could go, honestly, to not go back. I ended up in detox, inpatient treatment, and going to transitional housing, but I had to leave Wilkes County in order to do that. We didn't have services for people like me. You didn't even talk about addiction then. So I had to leave Wilkes. A little context on Wilkes. So Wilkes County is located in the foothills of North Carolina. It is the home to Lowe's and furniture manufacturing. When the jobs went away, Wilkes County became the epicenter for the opioid crisis. But what Wilkes County didn't have was recovery services for people like me. So I made it part of my mission when I returned home to not force people to have to leave where they grew up, their community, their family, and their friends to get the help that they desperately needed. I want to share with you a quote from St. Francis of Assisi. It says, "First, start by doing what is necessary. Then do what is possible. Before you know it, you'll be doing the impossible." It was necessary for us to have services in Wilkes County. We had nothing for people to recover. And so I set out to open Wilkes County's first transitional housing facility. This was no easy task. I'm from a rural community where almost everyone, told me it was impossible. I remember taking my business plan to my boss at the nonprofit I worked for at the time, hoping that he would merge it under his mission. And I remember him blatantly saying to me, Wilkes County won't allow it. And so I used that as my motivation to change Wilkes County's mind. After a lot of advocacy and a lot of telling my story and sharing the stories of others, and some friends and community members who knew we had to have solutions, it was passed. In 2016, I went on to register us with the state of North Carolina to become a nonprofit organization, Wilkes Recovery Revolution. We formed the nonprofit because I realized early on that I had a really hard time telling people like me no because they were indigent or didn't have access to funds. And so it was important, if we wanted to keep doing this work, to be able to accept community donations and to accept grants. Just like with that, every time that we hit a roadblock, we tried to figure out how to get into a solution. So not only now were we doing what was necessary, but we were also looking to see what was possible. As a result, Wilkes Recovery Revolution now has 8 unique programs under its umbrella: Phases Transitional Housing, R3 Recovery Center, Hope Warriors, Wilkes Harm Reduction Collective, Wilkes Fresh Mobile Market, Fresh Start Farm, and Revolution Thrift Store, and Project How Healing Our Workforce.
After helping over 700 people land talks all over the world.
So she mentions grants too. Sometimes to get recovery programs in your city, a grant does have to be written, or like to start a group, you got to write a grant.
We created these programs so that regardless of where someone came to us on their journey, they wouldn't fall through the cracks. So if a person who uses drugs needed support, we were there. If somebody needed employment or housing, we were there. And so we learned that if we meet people where they're at and provide the services that they need, that people get better. I want to tell you a story about Tiffany. Tiffany is a mother and a veteran. When Tiffany came to us, she had been sleeping out of the back of her car and was homeless. Tiffany ended up coming into our programming to use our recovery center as a daily safe haven to ensure that she didn't return to use while she waited a long time for a treatment bed. She ended up going to inpatient treatment and coming back to Wilkes County. And when she did that, she decided she wanted to give back. She started volunteering, which eventually worked into a paid work-based learning opportunity with our organization. Tiffany was able to earn short certifications, become a peer support, and ultimately go back to school to finish her college degree in business with an accounting major. Tiffany now is a mother. She has full custody of her child. She lives independently with her child and spouse. She's getting ready to get married, and she also is our organization's bookkeeper. I believe in this concept because it worked for people like me and people like Tiffany. And it works for so many others.
This was this morning with my kids.
I believe that it true.
I don't think my wife was very happy with me. Watch.
Say, come on, Ronco, we gotta go in. All wet. How's your broken toe? Ronca, how's your broken toe? Is it all broken up bad?
She didn't break.
You're just fine, I guess.
My wife took her to the ER yesterday, and then like halfway through the waiting room, she just got up and walked. I'm like, dude, she was playing you. There's one where she just like wipes out. It's like, they don't care. I'm like, you want to come in? They're like, no. Because it was warm, I think. I'm like, you want to come in now? They're like, no.
Because it's been feeling good. It's just raining.
It's nice. You're right. He stole his brother's boots too, as he's in school. I mean, they loved it. I know she hates the mud when they get home. I just brought them inside and took the shit off, and they were dry as ever.
Say no.
I just bought new sand for that thing back there, and he just keeps dumping it inside of the. So I gotta probably buy more new sand. He just keeps filling the sand and like.
Make a mess yet, guys?
So I sent her some of his pictures. She's like, "Where were they in the water?" I'm like, "I sent you the videos already." So she needs some boots. But it was like 57 degrees, so they were fine. It was messy as hell. I don't know what he was doing.
You bringing a rock in there, Tom?
But if you have him inside, all he does is kind of want to screw around and mess with the baby and beat her up. But you let him outside, they're having fun together. They're like, dude, this is it. All right, I think there is 3 more minutes. You want me to play it or you want to go? 3 more? All right.
Truly works because we allow individuals to self-direct their own pathway of recovery and make choices that empower their own health and wellness. I often wonder how my story might have been different had I had access to these services. I often wonder if maybe I wouldn't have been pushed so far underground and disconnected from my community. I often wonder if I wouldn't have carried the shame and guilt that kept me out for so long. And I often wonder if maybe I would have gotten better sooner. I share my story today because I think it's important that we not recover in silence. I think silence has killed way too many people.
Imagine being able to
Damn,
build
they got a lot of
anything.
commercials. It's like every 2 minutes. Like you can't get.
I think we cannot
TED
afford to
Talks.
remain anonymous anymore, that we must share our stories and speak up.
All right. It's so annoying. Yeah. Sometimes it lets me take it out. Learn more. It says your stream might be blocked. Learn more. I always say it's for educational purposes only. I don't monetize my channel, so I'm not that worried about it. But we can let you go. Get you a chair. Ooh. Which group did you pick? Was it one of the? Oh, okay, yeah.
I gotta sit up front.
You don't have to. You don't have to. I'm just going to sit there so it's like a full circle. That's all. Yeah, I do have more popcorn and or Snickers if y'all want one. Which one you want? Snickers. I got it in my office. If you make it through the group, I'll be like my kids. If you make it through the group, we're being good. I'll get you. No, you're good. You're good. I'm just trying to circle up.
Okay, guys, listen, everyone is talking about giving voice to feelings. Yay. We're gonna start with a quick introduction. So we'll just go on to say our name and our classification, keep it simple. So my name is Precious. I'm a junior.
I'm Mackenzie. I'm also a junior.
My name is Kanami. I'm a junior too.
My name is Tylen. I'm a junior.
My name is John. I'm a teacher now.
Okay, so just real quick, today we're gonna be talking about giving voice to feelings. A lot of times we experience emotions that we really don't stop to identify or understand. This activity recognizes what we feel, what caused it, and how our bodies will respond to those feelings. So real quick, the goal of today's meeting is to practice identifying emotions and to understand how our body's thoughts and situations connect to our feelings. So for the first quick activity, we're gonna go around the room and say one word to describe how we're feeling and why. I'll go first. Kind of irritated because I had a meeting with Amy House before this, and after the meeting, I tried to go print these papers out for the group so y'all can see what I'm seeing on my paper, and they printed out really itty bitty.
Oh.
And yeah, So kind of irritated about that.
Okay.
I'm kind of calm. The weather is making me like chill out. And yeah, it's just a calm day.
I feel tired. Really, it's just the weather, I think. It's bringing my energy levels down. And I just woke up from a nap too. So.
I guess you could say I'm feeling good. I don't have nothing that I'm complaining about. I'm doing well in my classes. My mental is good, so I'm feeling good.
I'm feeling okay. It is weird to see how many people laid off and like stuff like that. I know we have a good program, but that doesn't mean like other people could suffer from whatever's going on here.
We was just talking about that in class too. Okay. Well, I'll still pass these out because it is real irritating. Like, I really was so irritated when I see it on the printer. I was like,
This chart, I like it. We can take a picture of it and zoom in
yeah, I'm so sorry. I really
Yes.
don't recognize it.
like that, and then zoom in.
Okay, so next we're going to look at the feelings chart because sometimes, okay, let me just explain that the chart shows emotions we might experience when our needs aren't being met versus when they are. Sometimes we just say like, oh, I'm mad or I'm sad, but there's actually a lot of different things that could be going on. Or like other people will associate it, like with me, people, because I get irritated a lot. So they be like, oh, Precious is mad, but I don't be mad. It's just like, it be irritation. So like, they'll use a word that doesn't describe what I'm actually feeling. And a lot of people do that too. Like they'll just categorize it as one thing. Okay. So, were there any emotions on the chart that surprised you all that fall under a certain category? Like look on the other side of your chart. You was looking at the right side.
I guess bored and being in the sad category.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Value being peaceful, like, I don't know. It just don't seem like it'll be there.
Like, because bored is under sad, it's like, because a lot of people, when they get bored, they get in their head, or this, and like that. Oh, that one is boring. I feel like that's why that's under that category. And what you said?
Value under peaceful.
Yeah, because it's like, when you're in a room, you feel valued, like it might bring you peace.
Mhm.
Yeah. Was there any other ones that y'all want to talk about that's under your category? I know we can move on to the next section. Or the next question. Amen. Do y'all usually use specific feelings or words or more general ones like Matter said?
I think it depends on how much of that feeling I'm feeling. So if I'm like, I'm mad, I'm not just gonna say like, if I'm mad, I'm gonna say I'm mad. But if I'm like frustrated, that's like showing like a deeper type of anger than just mad.
Because I do that too. Because when I came in, I used the word irritated instead of mad. Because I wasn't really mad, I was just more so irritated.
I try to stop using such broad answers so people can understand how I'm feeling, because I can't allow people to understand me if I don't understand myself. So I try to dig deep and let people know that I'm feeling overwhelmed or I'm feeling, I'm having anxiety, because then that leads to frustration. If you understand the root of how I'm feeling, like maybe you can understand how to navigate me. So I try to be careful with my words.
And I'm probably jumping ahead, this chart, we're not there yet, are we?
No, it's the same thing. I just
It's
use
the same.
different ones.
Because the one said, where my wants are being satisfied, which I don't mind, I like it best when it says when needs are being satisfied, but there is a difference between wants and needs, but like they say that the needs, especially basic needs, are huge. And one word to remember if the basic needs aren't being met is halts. It's hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. Stop right there and try to do those things. Take care of this.
Because the example on the back, small chart, that was the one like straight out of the PowerPoint.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I just put my own, because I like this one better.
Yeah, I do like that one.
Yeah. So I just put low, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to the next activity, do everybody have a piece of paper?
Yes.
Great.
A pen too.
Yeah.
If I go in my room, I'll have to get the Snickers
Yes,
bar.
you do.
See? I think there's.
Are you going to your room?
I'll go get one. Anybody else need a snack?
Oh, you can give me some popcorn. Then for this, like, if y'all could just think about it off the top of your head, y'all don't gotta write it down. Oh, it's just in my instructions, like, when I made my thing, I just said it's gonna be a write-out activity. Sometimes I could just talk off the top of my head, if that makes sense. Either way, when I read the part, y'all can decide if y'all wanna write or just say it at the top of your head. Yeah.
Which kinds do you like? You guys want them all?
It's like one
All right.
I'll even eat one. I guess I should.
Ready to move on to the next one?
Yeah.
Which kind do you like? You want one? Snickers bar.
No, like it's, yeah, orange one.
Right, because it's pecan.
It's pecan.
Yeah.
I had that before. It's an acid. I don't know.
I'll eat either one that you guys want to eat.
Here, you eat it then. I'll eat this popcorn.
I'm just
I
kidding.
got the,
Almond's better.
Yeah, okay. So this is the next part. This is the journey, the main activity of the session. So today we're gonna think about a situation where you feel stuck, confused, or had a strong emotional reaction. It could be something with school, family, friends, or work.
okay, can you repeat it one more time?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so think about a situation where you feel stuck, like confused, or had a strong emotional reaction about something. It could be something with school, family, friends, or work. Like something to think about while writing this out. Think about what happened in the situation, what your feelings were in the situation, and what you wish you could have said or asked in that situation. Just let me know when y'all get done. Anything I need to- Okay. If anybody wants to share, y'all can share.
I'll share. Last week, there was this incident I had because, plans had changed. And when plans change, it kind of drives me crazy. Like, I like to be on a set schedule, so when plans change, I got confused, and when I'm confused, I get overwhelmed, and it's just a spiral effect. So instead of communicating how I felt in the moment, I walked away, because I needed my own time to process, which was the bad thing on my end. I should have just said, like, all right, I need time, but I did not communicate that, so I just walked away and I didn't say anything, which then created another problem, because I'm not communicating my feelings. So the fact that I withheld myself and I walked away, that was the thing that I wish I didn't do. But, I did it, and I was able to apologize and actually explain what it is that I felt in that moment. And I was able to communicate afterwards, but I'm not gonna do it again.
I don't have to. Just go to the next step. I don't want to share.
I have one that pissed me off. And I got this email March 3rd. So it's only been 2 days. It's the dude who I buy homeowners insurance for. He said, recently an inspection of your property conducted by a third party, blah, blah, blah. The dwelling roof is worn, warped, waving, and requires full replacement. Now, this is a brand new house. So I was pissed. Like, we've only been there a year. I guess this is what he's talking. I am not, well, I have a friend who is a roofer, and he's saying they didn't attach it to these beams properly. So I want the builder to do it. And I have to have him come look, write up his report, then send it to our builder. I have solar panels up here, so they're trying to say I avoided my warranty by putting on solar panels, and the roofer says the solar panels have nothing to do with it. So I'm still heated, but what else? It says your policy is still active. It will be canceled. Like, it's usually a year policy, so New Year's of next year. And then I got a letter in the mail that said you need to do this shit by June. So now that's 3 months. I was pissed. Anyway.
Okay, now write a question to yourself on your paper, or think in your head if you didn't jot down, and think about why this situation bothered you so much, or what did you really want to say to that person or thing that made you feel that way. Because I know what you want to say. You don't have to share this part. This part is just like something for you to think about and sit in your emotions. So everybody down right now? Yes. Okay. Okay. So the next section is called body awareness. So during that situation, what emotions came up, and like what physical reactions did you notice in your body, like while you were experiencing it, or even after the fact, like chest tightening, stomach knots, tense shoulders, fast heartbeat? Like, or some of the emotions that you're feeling during that situation.
Like how long?
You can say it out loud, or you can write it down if you don't want to share.
For me, I feel like when I get irritated, like I can feel my body getting hot, but then me having a conversation, like, you know, your throat, like, it was doing that thing, like, yeah. But yeah, that's it.
Anybody else want to share the emotions that are physical? I don't think those are on there, like, it's just like what, like, physical reactions that your body has to the emotions.
Okay. I can say I felt tense. Cause like I said, I started getting upset and frustrated because plans changed. So now I'm not really like happy and I shut down. That's what led me to walk away in the first place. So, yeah. That's how my body reacted.
That's fine too.
I was definitely annoyed and took a screenshot and talked to the guy. I sent it to the dude and he called me. As a lot of people are like, I'm not reading all that. So he's like, what's going on? He's like, yeah, it's probably an install. And it also scares me is it's been a year and 2.5 months. And I think the warranty is probably 1 year and the solar panels. But he's like, there's nothing to do with the solar panels. And I could probably fix it so that Geico, your insurance, shuts the hell up. But I was breathing heavy, all that type of stuff. I wanted to fight. Yeah.
Okay, so basically, our emotions often show up in our bodies. So like how y'all described, like you shut down, you didn't want to talk anymore, and it made you tense up. Like that was your body's reaction to your emotions. And your anger, you know, feeling that violent feeling of want to fight, because it was angry. It's just like your body's reaction to what's going on inside your mind. So recognizing those signs can help us better understand what we're feeling. So it's like, if you know that, like if you didn't know that you tend to tense up or like feel this feeling of like you need to shut down and reset, when you're feeling it's a blood right there. I just keep looking at it, I'm so sorry. But, ooh, yes, that keeps like knocking my attention off. But, dang, what was I saying? So sorry. But recognizing those signs can help us better understand what we're feeling. So if you didn't know that you tense up when you get frustrated, or like you didn't understand why you feel a certain way through a certain emotion, it's because your body is reacting off of how you feel. So like more so when you're happy, you're more like, generally the butterfly effect and all that good stuff. Like when you're angry, it's more of like the fighting, angry feeling, or like I have to shut down and remove myself from the situation type of feel. Okay, so it's group reflection time. Okay, so what's a good question? Which one do I want to ask? Should I want to ask y'all 2 or 3 questions? Feeling too? Yeah. Okay. I'm like why do you think it's important to give voice to your feelings? Anybody can answer.
Let it go somehow, like run through you and not keep it stopped up in you, like pissed off.
Your feelings gonna come out eventually, so if you let them out in a controlled sense, it'll be better than it'll come out and explode on you later in another form or fashion.
Anyone else would like to add or share?
I'll add, I agree with the both of them. And I feel like if you give voice to your feelings, especially in a positive manner, it won't affect you negatively. Because like he said, if you bottle them up, it's only gonna create negative actions within yourself and how you treat others instead of just getting them out and letting them go. Or even if it's journaling, you still putting them with to your feelings, like you're releasing.
Yeah, so if it's like a situation where it could be avoided, like letting the person know where they went wrong, or maybe where them letting you know where you went wrong, you can avoid that from happening again.
So I have a few. is it more so easy or difficult to name your emotions, like in a situation? Because that's where we go back to the chart, and there's like the main emotions. Like people will be like, "Oh, well, I'm angry," or "I was fearful," or like this, "I was in a peaceful mindset," or like "I was happy." Like, do you use the basic explanations, or like are you more so able to detail explain like how you're feeling?
Personally, well, now I've gotten into the habit of being more specific, because like I said, I would like for others to understand me and be able to navigate how I'm feeling, and I don't want to confuse those around me. Can you repeat the first one again?
Is it easier or more difficult to explain, like name your emotion you're feeling?
Okay, so yeah, I found it easier for me because I also don't want to like speak certain things over my mood. Like I don't want to say I'm mad. Like sometimes when I'm like I'm irritated, I stop myself. I'm not irritated. I'm not irritated, and I dive deeper. Like okay, this is what I'm really feeling. Because if I say that I'm irritated, then I'm probably gonna act irritated, and I just don't want to do that. So I want to start speaking with intentions, and
Yeah.
that's why I'm just starting to be very intentional with what I say and the words that I use.
Let's start the share. Okay. Okay, so I want everybody to participate in this part. You can you can say how you feel, like say a feeling, like how you feel in a situation, or a way you think your body reacts in a situation, or which way do you think in a situation, because sometimes how you think, like what she said, basically, like because you're thinking something, it can become an actual feeling that you're feeling, or it might not be what you're feeling. You might not know how to describe it. So if you can think of any situation, like even sitting in this classroom, like how did the situation, the environment make you feel? Like what's your way of thinking? Did you think differently from anyone else? Like anything like that? Anybody can share?
Could you ask that again?
Yeah, so.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I want everyone to like share a feeling that they feel in any situation, or like share how their body reacts in certain situations, or like share how like their way of thinking can like basically like determine how they're acting. Like, because you know some people like they like if you're thinking already like, oh my god, like I'm mad, you just want to come everywhere like, oh my god, like I'm just mad. Like explain a situation like that, like how basically like how you as your own person reacts to certain things, if that makes sense. Does that question make sense?
Can you provide us with like a certain
Okay, would you like
scenario?
me to give you an example?
Yeah.
Great, let's start with that. Okay, so basically when I came in, the word I used was irritated, because I was irritated because I just got out of a meeting with Amy Hobbs. If you don't know who that is, she's the provost for the president's office. So I got in a meeting with her. The meeting actually was really good, so like I was in a real chill mood after that. But then I went to the library and I printed these sheets out. And I printed them out like 3 times, and every single time they printed out small. And like even a lady in the library, she came to the computer to help me like blow them up, and they still printed out small. So like I was really irritated in the moment. So it's like in my head, like after the first time I printed out, I automatically got irritated. Like I didn't, no other emotion came to my mind, which is like automatic irritation, because it's like I'm trying to get to class and this is not working. So I feel irritated. So it's like in my head, because of the way I was thinking, I was irritated when the lady was trying to help me. Like she's trying to help me, and I'm like you see, like because I was irritated, I'm like, well, it's not working. Like it's not. I'm just gonna take this copy and go. Like I was irritated. So it's like because of my irritation, I handled the situation negatively. Does that make sense? Oh my God.
What was the fight with Dr. Hobbs? I'm curious now.
It wasn't a fight with her. I'm a part of SGA's e-board, so we have monthly meetings with her to like discuss things that are going on in the university and the
So what are they saying? Because
she actually touched base on something that was really good. Like I feel like if y'all have friends who are on one of those majors that are getting like shut down and taken away, y'all should also share this information. And she is gonna release an official statement, but like y'all can share this information before the statement comes out. That's just actual true factual information. So basically, for those students, because the seniors who are graduating spring of 26, they will not be affected by no changes. Like they'll be graduating perfectly fine, normal. But for the juniors, sophomores, and freshmen who are currently enrolled, they will have to go and make specific consensual leave plans with they have to meet with their
Like
The
advisor,
chair,
yeah.
no, what's it called?
Chair will help them change their major.
No, Amy Hobbs said like the process for them will be different now. They have to meet with the chair of their department and their advisor. They have to they have to schedule an appointment to meet. I'm trying to say it verbatimly, word for word, we should tell this. They have to meet with the chair of their department and their advisors to set up a specific consensual, I can't say the word, struggling.
Like
They
a
have to set-
consensual plan.
Yeah, to set that plan up. And once they do that, they'll go in specific steps to ensure that they graduate on time. So the people who are here for now with the majors, even though teachers are being taken out and the department is being taken away, the students who are currently still here, they can still graduate on time, but they'll be the last to graduate. Who's here? I think class of 29.
What about us? What about social work?
I think social work is in the clear because our department has we're one of the people with a good graduating rate.
Right, but what about next year? Like if you lose English and history, we still need English and history.
Yeah, so the students, like, they'll offer classes, so basically what the students will talk about with their advisors and chair, they'll take, the classes will only open up for this certain time, for this certain semester, like, if that makes sense, like.
Like she doesn't think we're going to close at all for social work, ever.
Mhm. So like,
Never.
when a student fail a class, nobody bet not fail, that's all I can say, for the students who majors are getting taken away, they bet not fail, no class.
Because the classes won't be there next year.
Yeah, like, it won't be
Yeah.
available until like, probably the next 4 years, so
Oh,
if they fill a
God,
class,
man.
it's gonna push them back. So basically, they need to be on a stuff, if their major is getting taken away, if they're here, they still graduate on time. Then the new students who are coming in, they're not allowed to enroll in them courses.
That's annoying.
Yeah, so like, that's basically what we talked about.
Some people said we need record enrollment in the fall. I'm staying positive. We have a good program. We're accredited for 3 more years, and I want to just keep on killing it so that we stay positive.
I actually think social work is doing really good.
Right.
Like, when we were talking, I think social work is doing good.
Yeah.
Social work, business, psychology, and like, education is doing good too.
And maybe they just stay open with those 4 majors. I know. It is insane.
Yeah, all right, I gotta check this something.
I know. I'm sorry I started it.
Okay, so I feel like unfortunately I'm somebody who, I guess take too much time to like come back to something that, bothered me or something. Cause like it affects other people, like, I feel like my mood changed, but I'm not ready to talk about the situation. So I'm kind of like acting like I don't want to talk to you because I don't, but we also need to talk about the situation, but I'm not ready, so.
Anyone else, maybe?
I guess it depends on what happened. Because sometimes I do have like anxiousness and I need to talk about it. Like I need to talk about it. Sometimes it's just too much for me. I need to process it and I don't want to talk to you right now. So it really just depends on like what exactly happened. But I know eventually I'm gonna come around and I will say my feelings. But I'm not going to like not say how I feel. I'm always going to say how I feel. Moments I just need to process it, and sometimes I don't. So, yeah, but yeah, I like to talk things through. I don't like to end things on a negative note.
Anyone else?
I feel like I'm very expressive with my emotions. I like to talk about how I feel, but I find it difficult to talk about how I feel with somebody that's involved with the reason as to why I feel that way. I find it easier to talk to my feeling my own music or somebody that's not really associated than to confront somebody about the way I feel. I still do it, but it takes me a minute, and it makes me feel the type of way. Like I'll get nauseous or something. Yeah, I don't really like confrontation, but I don't shy away from it, if that makes sense.
That's fine. Great, okay. That was basically the end of our session. So to close the group, just something to reflect on and think about. Is being able to identify and express our feelings is an important step in understanding ourselves and improving our relationship with others. And like I wanted to end the group off saying that it's because you have to know yourself first. Like in any situation, like I feel it's important to know yourself and how you react. Like me, when it's like a reaction in a negative way, those emotions tend to outshine a positive reaction. Like, for example, somebody tell me some good news, like I'm like, oh my god, like yay! But like if something ever happened to make me mad, like it's all over my body. Like a happy emotion is more so in my face, but like with a negative emotion, it's like my whole body, like my whole demeanor changed. So it's like, and I know that about myself. So when things tend to frustrate me or irritate me, or like I'm mad about something I'm learning to do because I'm learning to understand and control myself and my reactions. It's just like take a moment. Like I can be irritated. I'm like okay, I'm irritated. Let me just readjust myself. Let me just get back in the mood because sometimes the people around me, they're not causing my irritation. It's something within myself. So it's like not the appropriate reaction to take it out on others. So like that's why I think it's important to end the session off like that because it's important to understand yourself. That's all.
Yeah. Ah, awesome. I know. Who wants to be the next person to lead a group? Okay, that's fine.
I'll put two next Tuesday.
Okay, okay.
And do you want this? Because I don't think I submitted this.
If you're able to turn it in, that will prompt me to grade it.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
is it still open? 'Cause I don't.
Yeah, it should be open. I don't think I really put like close dates on mine. I put a due date, but it won't close on you guys. That way it prompts me. I'm not saying it's, crap, what do they want me to do? They probably want my final.
They doing something. I feel like they might be made.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's like,
they were.
Those are,
It's
those
like-
are.
it's like juicy.
They look like they're Asian beetles, and they're a basic species. Yeah, those are Asian beetles. They're in the Swiss of basic species.
They're not moving.
Oh my god, yo, I'm so happy my class
There's some more over here.
They're everywhere. Like, they're literally at an invasive species. And me personally, bug spray on deck. It's not like,
I feel so bad. I be trying
now they're an invasive species. Like spiders, I'm sorry, like, bug spray.
Immediately.
No, I just saw this. I can't tell if this is my class from 2 weeks ago, HBSE, but it could be. I don't remember. And Dr. Jackson and I are presenting. All right, see ya. I said, according to your registration, you indicate you're not attending the conference. You are listed as a presenter at a workshop. Can you confirm?
Voluntary y'all to do stuff?
If you present your workshops, your registration, and I said, yes, I am presenting, but I can't attend anything else. So I think we have a different definition of what attending is. Like I'm presenting, but I'm not going to sit in any other workshop. I said, because of time constraints, I can't. I'd love to. And she's probably saying that we do have to say we're attending if we're presenting. I feel like that's different, but
And that's two different things. Like, I'll ask you to further, clarify that.
right. Well, and I'm sure it could relate back to money too, like, because yeah, it says, no, I'm not attending the pre-conference. I'm not attending the main conference. I do not need CEs. Then you see the dollar sign after it. So she might want money. Do not plan to do the welcome reception, 0. And I have attended prior OH conferences. So this is probably what they're most pissed about because that's what I signed up as.
Asshole was 0.
Central isn't giving us money for conferences.
They got about the. Nope.
And it's like $180.
I was saying no to everything.
I know. And yeah, she says, according to it, you are not attending. You're listed as a presenter. Can you please confirm whether you plan to present so your registration can be resubmitted appropriately? And that's why I said, hi, yes, we have a time constraint and I'm helping with the kids between the 2 sessions. I'm sorry, is there way I
See you on
should
the
do
app.
it. COVID going around again?
No, it's not, yeah.
Does it smell like something?
Smell like really hot. And
Like smoke?
it's really hot.
Really?
Yeah, like a little bit.
Is it the popcorn or is it
No, it's not the
It's
popcorn.
popcorn.
is it weed?
No, it's not.
Is it like body odor or cigarette smoke or
Just know how like you come in a hot air and it's like a musk smell.
Yeah.
I mean, it is super humid. I don't know where it would be coming from though. Where are you guys noticing it back there? See ya.
I know someone came in. When I opened up the door, I hit it.
Is it me?
Not just really yourself, it's not you.
So it's not a person, but it's like
It's
Yeah,
like,
like when you walk in, you smell it.
yeah, it's like if somebody was just in
It's
here.
nothing up there.
Like somebody was in here making out or something?
No, it's like if somebody just body. Oh. It's like if somebody's body just stayed.
Right, yeah. I mean, it could be body odor.
Maybe with anything.
I put on deodorant and cologne, but
What's the conversation?
it's.
When
You walked in
You
here,
smell something,
did
you
you
walk
like
in.
something hit you in your face? when you walked in?
I don't think so.
She sounds things. So maybe it should, I don't know,
Yeah.
but like, you. could-
Well, you both got it. I mean, I did walk 4 miles so far. I want to get like 6 miles today. And I did put on deodorant.
Yeah,
I
I
did
did walk
shower.
to the garden.
Yeah. I was walking all over. I found more fortune cookies too.
Oh my God, I hate that for you. God, I hate that for you.
He found more weed.
I knew that for
No, for real.
Oh, y'all don't know,
I
he showed
remember.
us the little weed packet, it had a fortune cookie, that's what, when he said fortune cookie, that's what he
That's
talking
what
about.
he meant.
Yeah.
And now he's taking it, he read it.
Yeah.
Got it.
I wonder if he ever did it before.
We can ask him.
Because like in my college days, I
Oh,
tried
God.
it with my mad kids.
But imagine he got 8 kids and he gonna try to play.
Imagine he said he did it like cigarette stuff.
That's insane.
I couldn't do that.
Life just don't be that hard.
You don't give cigarettes. Though.
Yeah, like,
You give them your gun.
life don't be that hard to smoke no cigarette.
We probably did like 1 or 2 times before.
Smoke a cigarette.
A little weed.
Jonathan, nah, he smokes some weed though.
Cigarettes, yes, that's why he be chewing on the toothpick.
Oh, that's what they do?
Yeah, that's why he said he.
And like, don't they chew on like jerky and shit too?
I don't know.
Oh, that was
He said he was-
Oh, damn.
Turkey ain't never had.
Oh my goodness. Say, smokers that be quitting. Wait, y'all already start presenting? Y'all already start presentations?
Mm-mm.
For the- Okay.
Girl, I ain't even.
I didn't even.
I didn't
Oh, so
get
you
mine.
not, so nobody, you
I literally have
guys are in either.
what my mental health disorder
Okay.
is.
But he said that don't matter as long as you have it by the day that you said you wanted to present.
You know, I guess I already
I put
started.
March 12th, so that's the
So
following
like,
Thursday.
did you turn something in? Okay, so it's just basically.
And I told him, I was like, I ain't started it, because I'm
So
not
as long
presenting
as
the
you
stuff. Like,
don't
he was like, as long as you turn it in by the time you present.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't start it.
Me, I haven't even
All I
started.
got is
I
the
ain't be like that.
What y'all doing?
I
Don't know.
I haven't thought about it
Oh.
that deep.
Borderline personality disorder.
I'm doing schizophrenia.
I might just do bipolar.
Somebody back there said that they were doing schizophrenia.
Fuck.
No, but you can do more than, wait, can't we do the same topic?
I don't want to be like the same. I don't want to be like the same person though.
Oh, okay.
You can, but like you said, I wouldn't want to be somebody doing something that somebody else would do.
Like they might have the same type of stuff as me.
I ain't with that too well.
It was my birthday, so I didn't look at these girls all week.
When your birthday?
It was on Tuesday.
Mm.
21.
21.
Is it 2:30 yet?
It's 14.
No.
You got 1 minute.
I smell it now.
See?
Nice.
What time does class start?
2:30.
2:30.
It's 2:30?
30.
Oh, my other class is at 2:15. Damn. What a badass class. Oh, ain't you in Dr. Hunt class?
Mhm.
At 10 a.m.? What we do on Monday and Wednesday?
Monday and Wednesday.
She just talk.
Yeah,
You got her?
we don't.
Yeah.
So this your first time taking her?
No.
Oh, okay, my second, you know, if you don't go to her class, she's gonna fail you.
Oh, I heard her before.
I feel
I email her.
Oh, okay.
She don't email back and
Yeah, she don't do technology. If you don't go to her class, she gonna fail you. Cause all she do in there is talk. She don't never do nothing. All she do is talk.
I don't think it was this week that the people came. And
It was, I was there
That
last
was last week. Okay,
Yeah.
so then we ain't did nothing but talk, girl.
We ain't did nothing. Yeah, I definitely email her first. If she tries, she wants to see all the emails, cause I was at home. Do he got on like Jordan Banks? You're stupid. Why? Wow. Shit, what the fuck is that?
Is it 2:30 yet?
24.
Damn. son. Keep on thinking I'm late. I gotta get my 10,000 steps. It's gotta be time now, huh? Damn. It's like too humid today. It's not hot, but it's like just, and it's too hot for the shirt and at the same time. Cause it's humid. Yeah, I'm like sweaty. That's the smell you're smelling, I bet. That's gotta be it. All right. Oh man, what the heck happened here? Let's see.
Can I pick my date for, is my official college?
Mhm.
Is it online or do I just tell you?
Yeah, yeah. If you write it in there, there are points for it. If that's, yeah. It's not many, but yeah, if you want to write it in. Let's see here. Oh yeah, did anybody want to go today, or is that okay? Did you want to start out, or do you want to go last? It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. You guys aren't competing against each other. Like you're good. We're not like natural sciences and medicine where like people got to be weeded out or something. You just got to show standard and be ethical and pass the license.
Look on,
Those
March
questions.
3rd.
In the assignment.
Yeah, those.
Like what is the diagnosis? How do you diagnose it per the DSM? What do social workers do to help it, which is kind of the final question. Like what interventions, what do we do to help somebody who has addiction or schizophrenia? What type of case management things are there that help folks with schizophrenia? It's not a paper. There'll be videos that'll even do it for you. You can make it a PowerPoint. Yeah, you could have the video be half of that. Honestly. No, but people like it because they're worried about the 10 minutes. That's why they do it. Want to see these two messing around today in the mud. Yeah. We're in the middle of the country, dude.
Where the shoes at? Just the onesie?
Oh yeah, she started out like this. There you go. Here's hers. Those are her sister's shoes. And then
You making a mess with all that, Tom?
he gets sand. I just put new sand in the sandbox, and he drags it all the way down to there and puts it in. I watch him. There's 4. She drops 2 off at school, and when I watch them, she gets home pissed because they're all wet. They're like drenched. look at this. They're like, they loved it. They were like, this is the best day ever. 3 and a 1-year-old just like running the show. Sand and she doesn't care. She's on her sack with like sock feet, and she's like, all right, time to change your. This was all, I'm sure once mom got home, they never went back outside. It was warm though. It was like 57 degrees. Yeah. Yes, it was 0 2 weeks ago. Frozen. I don't know what he had there. She's a girl. She just got 0 hair.
Make a mess yet, guys?
She's got 0. Oh yeah, here's all 4 of them right here. What's that? Yeah, she's the oldest. Oh yeah, she likes to do this. This is her favorite right here. She's the youngest. And then yeah, Isabel's the oldest right here. She's 5. Well, she'll be 6 in June. They're wanting this to go outside, but it's still too cold. The battery dies. So, child development stuff. There's all kinds of crazy stuff that.
Everybody went through a phase where they like to slide upstairs.
Yeah. Yeah. They love sliding down the stairs. I think I had one more of her doing that. She's in charge of everybody. She's the baby, so she gets to be in charge. Well, yeah, this is how she likes to go down the stairs real fast. Like, what, dude?
Oh, yeah.
And then, yeah, the mud was all morning, so I was showing all the videos of the mud. They were like,
Hey,
Wife-
come on, Rocco, we gotta go in.
my wife was a little
All
pissed
wet.
how dirty they were when she got home.
How's your broken toe?
We thought she broke a toe
Okay, how's your
yesterday.
broken toe? Is it all broken
But
up?
she did.
Bad? You're just fine, I guess.
They were in the waiting room. She was crying. She wouldn't walk on it. She's like pointing to it. You bring her to the ER, and she halfway through the waiting room, she just like gets up and starts walking on it. So then we left. She left. My wife left.
Oh.
I had to come home early at lunch to watch the other ones, and so we have a presentation. We can go last or first, whatever you guys prefer.
Oh, who was presenting? Just one?
Yeah,
Oh,
unless there's somebody else signed up to
I didn't
present.
think it was nobody else presenting. That's why I was confused when you asked her last year first. She's
Yeah.
only one.
Oh, like, do you
mean
want,
at the beginning or now? I mean,
right, the beginning or the end of class is all.
Oh, class, okay.
People presenting today.
Only one.
Yes, we're just doing it. I can't go now.
Okay, that's fine. Do you want me to pull it up? Like, did you turn it in?
Yeah, I just sent you the new one because I put a different YouTube video.
Oh, an email.
No, I turned it in.
Okay. The turn it in stuff. We have college meeting. Oh, this was fun. She said, I'm actually kind of done presenting at conferences, but they want us to do it, so I should show you guys that next too. You guys ever look up who you have like an interview with or who you have, you just like do the old Google search on them? That way you know who you're dealing with.
No, I like to be surprised.
Do you? I can't do it. I want to know, like, Jesus.
This is a lot of people.
I know. That is not helping me one bit. That's a lot of people. Let's do this. We'll cut off that part. So as part of like your tenure and promotion, you always present things and publish. Okay, she is. And then I always like to know what are their, Office of Geriatrics and Personal Aging Studies. Oh. What the hell? How do you go to college from 89 to 03? Is that possible?
There's no 89 to.
Is that supposed to say 99 to 03?
Gotta be.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that has to be.
Okay. Hello. Are you presenting today or are you?
No.
Okay. That's fine. I just want to make sure we got everybody. So yeah, the presentation I was mentioning to you guys about Tuesday was productivity and ethics. Like when you get hired as a social worker, how many clients do they want you to see? Are they going to kick your ass and give you a whole bunch, like 70 clients in 1 week? Hopefully not. There are places that try to do that. Don't let them. And also ethics on our part to see our client. So there's ethics on both sides of it. Like, will they give you too many? Will they use coercion? Like I always use this example, like you are the best social worker ever. I want you to see 5 more clients this week because you're just so good. And it's like, in the contract it said 20 a week. Why are you making me see 25? You know, like I've seen all 20. Not 5 were sick, or will you take 5 off my caseload when you add the 5? Like there's
Are they gonna pay us some more money if we take those 5?
true. Some agencies have a bonus set up where they're like, if your productivity is 21 hours billable this week, you get an extra 100. If it's 22, you get an extra 200. If it's 23, you get extra 300. Some do that for real.
So what is the reasonable workload? Is it 20?
I still say it's 20. I still believe in 20. I do think agencies will try to, and that's why it's good to interview at multiple places because especially if you're,
Go to.
what's that?
I say, so it depends on which one you go to.
Mm-hmm.
So what agency did you do how many people did you have when you started your first agency?
It was mostly 20. When I was in Claremont Recovery Center, it was called multidimensional family therapy, and we had to drive sometimes an hour in between clients, so they made it 16. That was the lowest I ever seen, was 16. 20 is standard. It could stupid. Like it doesn't even exist anymore because it was stupid. Like 25 and 30. I just got done counseling a woman on Wednesday and last Wednesday that she worked in Kentucky, and they wanted her to see 40 clients a week counseling. Like just sit your ass in the chair and counsel them 40 hours a week. And that's not right. Like you will burn out. That's why I always talk about self-care, talk about knowing your rights, knowing your burnout. That's why some places advertise you can make $100,000 a year here. Well, that's if you bill 40 hours a week, 50 weeks a year. That's ridiculous. So you could, and some people are gifted in that way. Some people are special. I'm not. I could probably pull off 25 to 30. I don't want to. I believe in self-care. Have I done it before? Yeah. Have I had big billable weeks? Yeah. Was I exhausted? Yes. So, excuse me, you've got to do your self-care. So, I almost even want to take this word out of it too. That way it's like, hello, that door is legit. So when you guys, anybody know what an assessment is by any chance? When you assess somebody, you make an assessment, you do your diagnostic assessment is another term for it, the DAF. So it gives you information about the overall functioning of the client. I'm going to take the word assessment out because I don't like when you define the word with the word. So overall function of the client. It includes information received from the client and parents, if it's kids, if needed, completing the, I got to take out DAF again, assessment, or another agency has done so. So it should include the information received from the client and parents. After assessing. Is that even right? So you guys could do an assessment with your license in social work. So even with your bachelor's, even with your license, you could get an assessment complete. I think they even let you write a provisional diagnosis. You just got to get it signed off by a MSW, LISW.
What is that?
Master of Social Work, independent licensed social worker.
No, diagnosis, what the provisional diagnosis.
When you diagnose, it's that DSM is the Diagnostic and Statistics Manual. So if you use that and they meet 5 of the 10 criteria for addiction or for alcoholism or for depression, or that's how you diagnose them. If that answers the question.
So they have to meet at least 5 of the.
Most of the time. Some of them are different, like 4 of 7, 3, but it's always like a certain number, like depression interfering with work and school, interfering with personal relationships, interfering with family relationships, stuff like that. And if you check the boxes, yeah.
So what if they don't meet that number, but they meet a few?
Come close. Some,
deal with
you can write it in the assessment, like, met almost half of the criteria to be depressed, but it appears more anxiety is the issue.
So then would it just turn into like treatment to reduce the symptoms instead of like giving them this diagnosis? Yeah.
Most, yes, and then most insurance companies make you have a diagnosis, so to pay you. So if you want to get paid, they were like, what is the diagnosis? So a frequent one is adjustment disorder.
So if you can make a diagnosis, you could get paid for that.
Yes, and you also want to do it ethically. So that's where it's like, we don't want to make shit up just to get paid. So it's a fine balancing act. A frequent one used is called adjustment disorder, because often people are coming to you because life sucks and you're adjusting to something in life. So adjustment disorder is only good for 6 months, and that's why it's a frequently used one, because it's a very simple threshold to meet. Like you're adjusting to a new college, adjusting to a new apartment, adjusting to a baby. Might not be postpartum depression, but could be like adjustment disorder. So you're just like, life in general is hard. Money issues, layoff, inflation even, you know, so like it all falls under the scope. So when you write up your assessment, include info that can help the clinician or provider plan treatment and predict outcomes. I should make that one plural. I'm presenting this tomorrow, so I want to make sure it looks okay. How the assessment is used to drive your treatment, it identifies symptoms, goals, stressors, strengths, skills and functional deficits. It determines a diagnosis, which drives the services, recommends services and interventions for the client, assists in development and goals that address treatment needs based on what is the assessment. So an example, the assessment states the client and mom have a strained relationship. One would develop a goal to assist in improving the relationship. Kind of simple. It kind of speaks for itself. And then it also establishes a baseline for the client. Like shit sucks right now, and 3 months after you do some of this, it could get better. And that's why like having a baseline written up, and then when you discharge them, you're like, shit's good now, but you just don't use cuss words usually. When you write it, use better adjectives than cuss words. You can use them if you own your own practice, but it's better not to. Insurance companies might frown upon it. What were all yours wanting to work with kids, adults, homeless, or you've all told me, but I always have to have it repeated because I'm slow.
Some people would say kids. I don't recall anybody saying older adults, but
Right.
I'm trying to figure out what I would do.
Starting with kids is easy because you're younger when you get into the field and you feel like you've passed that part of life. And then as you get older, you have more life experiences and you feel comfortable managing the adult stuff.
So you recommend starting
Like
at-
what population would you want to work with in social work?
I want to be a school social worker.
Oh yeah. Okay. I like it.
What level? High school. Oh yeah, high school.
Adolescence.
Adolescents.
Yes.
So I want to fancy. I want to be a school social worker too, but I want to work with elementary.
Like kids 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Yeah,
10,
Straight elementary. kids.
12.
No,
What's the top then?
like
10 and under.
10, yeah.
Okay. And that would be 5th grade and younger. Okay. That's good. They still have them, and some agencies hire you to do that, but you actually work for, say, a Lighthouse Youth Services, but you're based at a school or you visit 3 or 4 different schools. And that's a lot of what I did. I kind of like that, as I like driving.
That's what I want to do. I want to like travel.
I like driving around. Yes.
So you recommend starting with kids? What age?
I don't want to say I recommend any of it, but my experience was that I started with at least people around my age or younger, because I feel like I could share life experience about that. And then as I had like girlfriends, fiancés, wives, kids, all plural, I could talk about.
Talk to them.
Right.
Because you know.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, because life happens. So, but some people are cool jumping out of the gate with a 50-year-old homeless dude. You know what I mean? Like I just,
Where do you thrive? Like, where do you feel like you work best with the age group?
mine's still adolescent recovery stuff. Because I feel like that for me was a lot of my transitional stuff and things I had going on that were foundational to me, or I'm trying to use big words, but like that was the shit in my adolescence, like tough stuff.
So people around my age and younger,
Yeah.
like when I get, you know, my license. Or
Yeah.
everything. So, okay,
22 and younger.
so around 22 and down.
Yeah. And there's a big need for that because 15 to 18 is compulsory a lot. Like parents will drag them in 13 to 17 because they're still a minor. And so you actually get a good number of clients that way. When people become adults, they're like, I'm good. I don't need to see anybody, you know?
A lot
So,
of people said that like working with older and elderly, they're stubborn. They mind is
right.
made up, you know, they know what the kids, you
Yep.
gotta mold them and shape them and guide them. The adults, they think they know everything and
Yep.
they stubborn.
And if they
Right,
see,
like
you're right. And if they see a younger person trying to counsel them, they're like, what the F do they know?
that. Right, you don't know what you're talking about.
So even when I get a 50-year-old in, I will make it clear I was born in the 70s. I'm not far from 50. I'm about a year and a half away from turning 50. and I got kids and I've got different things that I can be okay to talk with them. But a lot of times they'll walk in, they'll be like, they think I'm younger and I'm not. Like, I just want to make sure they know that I've had life experience. I'm Generation X and get it.
So do you run into like the little men or the kind of like
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
When they think you younger than what you are.
Well, for example, there was even the counselor I'm working with this week, and they had an agenda, and that's okay. But they were like, I feel like you keep on asking me about what I do for work, and that was the main stressor, and like what the funding source is, and I really just want to talk and vent. And so I said, I'm building rapport, like learning how to know them. What is the stressor in life? I said, I'm sorry, speak freely. But at first you do need to get some key information. Like, what is it that's stressing you? But people want to jump right in out of the gate. Right. Yeah. Which I totally get it. And you get humble, you apologize, and as a younger counselor, I've been snapped back or whatever, and you don't have to do that. It's like, you never can tell. I've had like, especially in the addiction recovery one, I was 26 and I'd have 17-year-old Irish twin boys, and like the mom probably not fully sober too, coming in like yelling and threatening our agency and stuff too. And so like you can have all kinds of situations occur, and you just prepare yourself. They usually train you for it too. They train you for it. I liked it, that one. They never recommended putting hands on anybody. You call 911 if they got a little too aggressive, and you let them deal with it. You don't. Now, if they did say the one exception is if like some dude had a freaking knife and was about to stab somebody and you could block it, maybe try to block it.
that's scary.
I know it is scary, and it doesn't come up. I don't want it to be thought that comes up a lot.
You've never had to deal with something so severe.
No, I'm trying to think of the worst I've ever had would be like suicidal ideation. I've taken a guy to a live medical detox an hour and a half away. So I had to drive. I didn't have to, but I chose to. I drove an hour and a half to Lexington because I knew about it and they wanted to go. And that's where my internship was. And so you don't have to usually do stuff like that. I chose to do that one. I was like, I'm going to drive him all the way down to Hope Center in Lexington and he'll get a medical detox. And I drove home. And so it was an hour down, an hour back. You don't have to always do that stuff. When you're younger, you do like crazier stuff, I feel like. I don't think I've had any. It helps to approach it with a de-escalation tone to begin with, using nonviolent communication. If you're coming at them aggressively, they might come back aggressively. So training in de-escalation and nonviolent communication. I know when I worked at the special needs place, they trained us in all the restraints. I didn't like that, but like if you had to just like hold them, they were like flailing, hitting people, doing whatever. But
like you're taking action. Physical action.
I like the one where they're like hands off, call 911. That's what most of them are going to now too. Right? Yeah, I don't want to get in the middle of that stuff.
Now I'm getting irritated. I can't get irritated with you.
Yeah.
But you about to make me mad.
So when you guys review an assessment, you can either write one yourself, or a lot of times when you're new, you get the assessment. So they give you, here's what's up with this dude. It was like that Homer one that I showed you. If you're in my forensics class, the Homer assessment is the main one I know of that tells what their diagnosis is, what they're struggling with at home, what people live at home with them, what school they go to. But you'll review what are the presenting problems, what are the strengths. I'll try to zoom in bigger. What is their diagnosis? What are the recommendations? Oh yeah, that is the bottom. What are some goals you can think of? So whenever I meet with a new person, even if they already have goals, I'll ask them if they have another goal they want to add to it, because it could be different. Like it could change every week. Like everything they want to work on. What do you want to work on seeing a social worker today? What could be their barriers to treatment based on the info, and then how long do you think the service would be needed? So those are some of the questions you can ask yourself. Now, gosh, this is still long, as I feel like they wanted me to do 10 minutes tomorrow. With clinically appropriate services, clients need to be seen based on medical necessity. So that is their current or most recent circumstances justify the amount of service we provide. So this is the ethics I speak of. Seen, say you get 8 clients and they want you to make 20 billable hours a week out of it. You can do 3 hours per person, like 1 hour of treatment and 2 hours of case management. If you're helping them with school, helping them to a food pantry, helping them to the doctor, and then an hour of therapy. Don't do 4, 5, and 6 hours on one client just because they're the easiest to work with. Like they have caps for a reason. So that, or even more dangerous, we talked about this before, but people that say you're a social worker and we all have our life challenges that go on if we don't do self-care. Say we got to meet a productive number for that week. So we say we saw a client even though we didn't see him, and then you write up a note and make up some BS. Don't do that, because that's considered Medicaid fraud. Like at best, make a phone call, like check in with them on the phone call. Maybe you got stuff going on, or tell your supervisor what you have going on and take your personal days. But that's where the ethics come in, like with that productive number being 20. If we have a life circumstance go on, that's why you get sick days, why you get vacation days. Like use those, don't freak out and try to overbill or make up. I swear at every single agency I've worked at, there's been at least one person that makes up fake notes. So, and you get in trouble, like they take your license and stuff.
How do they find out?
Usually the supervisor would be like, maybe they noticed something, or they just ask the client straight up, did they see you this week? And they'd be like, no. And they'd be like, interesting. There's a 3-hour note right here.
Crazy.
So, here's the Medicaid cap. So therapy 1 hour, and then case management is 2 hours a week or 90 minutes in one day. Services beyond those caps will be chosen for audit by Medicaid. That's why you can't just blow up one singular client. Medicaid will always be looking for demonstrated medical necessity for intensive care for this client, especially if you overbill it. So clinically appropriate services, some things that might demonstrate a need for a brief increase. So you could write it in your notes. If like somebody had multiple hospitalizations, homicidal ideation, suicidal ideation, you might see them more than just a few hours a week. Ongoing crisis in the home, community, or school, leading to an increase in legal issues or possible removal from the school or home, and where increased intervention could prevent the need for more intensive services. Example, school expulsion, school suspension, family disruptions, homelessness, deaths in the family, significant trauma, violent behavior to self or to others, and then inappropriate sexual behavior. Last two on these. So behaviors that could lead one to more intensive case management or partial hospitalization or even wraparound. Evidence of symptoms that significantly interfere with your social, family, vocational, or education, and or psychiatric functioning that can't be handled in a less restrictive setting, or if like a child has a parent whose dysfunction or disability causes the parent to be unable to meet the child's minimal mental health needs. And then, oh gosh, there's a lot of these. So reasons for additional services: impairment of functioning should have occurred in the past 2 months or had a duration of 6 months within the child's life, or if the child's at risk for removal from the current living situation due to his emotional problems, or they can't be maintained in the present placement due to their emotional problems. Moderate to high risk of injury to self or others. That's a big one. Or if the child is psychiatrically hospitalized or been within the last 6 months. And then last one here, Reasons for additional services: child is involved in 2 or more child serving systems, and all care providers agree the child should be assessed. For case management, child cannot be maintained in any kind of regular classroom environment, or if the child has a diagnosis of major psychosis, and then child is placed in a severe behavioral health classroom. And then if the family is unable to make a service connection for themselves or the child. So this next one's a scenario. You guys tell me if the amount of hours working with the kid is good or bad, or too much or too little. So Peter is a 6-year-old client diagnosed with ADHD. He's been with behavioral services. I want to put BX serve for 6 months and receives, I'm going to say, case management. Not everybody knows these acronyms. He gets case management 2 times a week and therapy 2 times a week. He also sees a psychiatrist who has prescribed a stimulant, which is at a therapeutic level. He's reportedly doing well in school and is able to focus and maintain attention to task. He has no suicidal ideation or homicidal ideation, no oppositional or aggressive behavior. Per parent and teacher report, he continues to struggle with being organized. He's 6. And with staying focused during transition times. Is this the appropriate level of care for Peter? What are your recommendations?
So he, what's that, 40 times a week he's seeing something?
Yes.
That's a lot. It's only 7 days a week.
Yes. Yes.
And 6.
Yeah, really 5 work days. So, I mean, you could see clients. I've seen them on Saturdays before. You don't have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that seems inappropriate for the.
Yeah.
That's
And they might audit your ass. They might be like, dude, you're seeing them way too much. You're juicing your notes to get paid a lot and you're full of shit. Unless if you can write a note why, like, grandma just died or dad just died, like, so you always justify in your notes. So ethically, there's always a way in or out. You just got to cover your butt. Always in social work, you cover your butt. And that's the key. Here's another one. Cheyenne. She's a 15-year-old female, diagnosis of bipolar. She's recently opened with behavioral health services for therapy and is being seen 1 time for an hour a week. She has a history of cutting, suicidal ideation with attempts. She's been hospitalized 4 times in the past 18 months. Her last hospitalization was 3 months ago. So yeah, she was trying to strangle herself with a belt. She's currently prescribed medication for mood stabilization and has an appointment to see the psychiatrist. She is verbally and physically aggressive towards her parents and siblings and has been suspended multiple times to hurt peers and charging a teacher. I should write she threw a desk at a teacher. That's always a good one. She is not on an IEP, the individualized education plan, is being told her next incident could lead to expulsion. Her parents fear they cannot keep themselves, the family, and her safe. I don't like the way that reads. Is that supposed to be a different word? And her safe.
Keep the family and her safe.
And self-safe?
Yeah, herself, yeah.
And called 241 Kids for help. That's a Cincinnati number. I don't know if they use it everywhere, but she feels everyone is the problem. Everyone else is the problem and she doesn't need services. Do you think this is the appropriate level of care for Cheyenne? What are your recommendations? She's got 1 time.
Absolutely not. That's not enough.
Right. And you can have up to 3 outpatients. So you can have 1 therapy, 2 case managements, and she probably needs partial hospitalization. So like ethically, you could get in trouble for underseeing them too. I mean,
You can, right?
you could, it would be on your supervisor, but like you do everything you can to get them in least restrictive settings is what they call it. But obviously her least restrictive setting, she's like choked herself out with a belt. She's charged a teacher, you know.
She charged at a teacher?
I think that's what it says. Where is it? It was charging a teacher.
Charged you.
That's why I said we should say she threw a desk at a teacher. That sounds more.
Charging the teacher.
So ethics for seeing clients too much. I guess it was just a thesis statement I was trying to make. Like seeing clients too much and not enough can come up at different times. The productive number when not allocated properly, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Sorry. The productive number policy at an agency. An agency. If not allocated properly, could be an issue that could cause burnout. Or dishonesty. So I've had every agency I've been at, there's been at least one person that writes a note, they saw a client and then it never happened and they get caught and then you're busted. So it's Medicaid fraud. You just, if you can't see them, tell your supervisor, take your sick day. Like if we all have personal stuff that goes on, you just call in, they can have somebody else see them or call the client on the phone. You know, there's several ways to go about it that would help. And I had a dude who did it actually, and then he went through the 12-step process. And when he made amends, he told the Ohio Licensing Board that he had been dishonest billing for forever. And they took his license for 6 months, but gave it back to him for being honest. Like he told on himself, but he was like drinking. So he would be drunk all day and then he'd be like, yeah, I saw these clients, and he never saw them. So it comes up a lot, you know what I mean? Like there's ethics on both sides of it. And then you got an agency that's like, and I, again, always use this example, like you are the best social worker ever. Can you please take 5 more clients on? I know we said 20. And that's when you need to say, well, I see the policy is 20. Will I give 5 of mine to somebody else? Will I be paid overtime? Which some of them have overtime bonuses set up, but you just got to like cover your butt because when you're new, you don't know that. You're just like, wait, this is my job. I have to see them. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm working 8, 9, 10-hour days every day. I got to see all my clients. But for ethics on their side and prevention of burnout, you have to stand up for yourself, which can be scary if nobody ever told you guys that. When I was a new social worker, I didn't know I could say no to my boss. Any boss situation, you feel like it's hard. Do you guys have any situations like that in just normal everyday jobs?
When they ask me, can I stay till close? I'm getting up at 5 o'clock.
So they gave you a choice at least though, right? For like,
Yeah, they asked me, can I stay? And I'd be like, I already be ready to go home.
was it a restaurant?
Yeah.
Which one?
I work at Portillo's.
What is that? I should know. Is it a fancy one? Is that fancy? Portillo?
Not really, but it's
How do you
definitely
spell
a restaurant. EORTILLO.
Like Italian?
Yeah, they got Italian beef. And,
Huh.
It's like in Chicago.
In Dayton or something. Oh, Chicago. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a restaurant. Like, we got a little drive-through area, but like the
Oh, is there a drive-through too?
Yeah, we
Huh.
got a drive-through and it's a dining. Like, people actually come in.
Yeah.
And dine and
They got like the mafia shows up in there sometimes.
Old school. Yeah, it's real old. It's like, what is it called?
Deep dish pizza? Do they have the big pizzas? No.
Yes,
Okay.
they big on, they got like the Italian.
Okay. Yeah, you got to stand up for yourself. And it's scary as you're like, gosh, this boss is going to hate me now. I got to.
Then they be needing help, like they be needing somebody to stay up for the dad. I want to say yes, but I'm ready to go home.
Right. And that's kind of on them too. They should schedule appropriately the
Yeah.
proper number of people.
That's
And
my fault.
you could hook them up once or twice. You know what I mean? And maybe you need the money and you're like, hell yeah.
Today,
So,
I'm
It-
ready to go, but then we'll get like a flood of people coming in.
Yeah.
So I have to stay.
Or like we get
Yeah.
rushed.
Yes.
You stay,
When it's
but
time
I'm
for you to
already
get off,
off.
it starts to
Right.
rush, and now-
So same thing in social work. You'll have half your social work people quit, and then you got all these clients they got to pass around. So there is a way to step up for the team and also still do self-care and like stand up for yourself. So that's my kind of spiel. Anybody else want to present today? Or only one? You're the only one.
I'm getting it together.
You're like, I want to do it today.
I'm getting it together.
And then you want me to open it on here? Okay. It's in the turn in. Let's see here. Any other, any questions about anything, everything, and some things, life?
Well, if that's the case, kid, after class, well, you know what? I have to go to cash management. Never mind. I was gonna ask for help to fill out the form
Okay.
that we're supposed to do to change our major, because I've already done this before.
Oh, you scanned it over there and they aren't doing shit. They're probably
Yeah.
short-staffed over
No,
there.
okay, so I have.
I know.
I have the form, but I didn't fill it out because I've already been through this. I was a biology major and I'm trying to switch over to social work.
Mm.
They sent me that form and I tried to fill it out and I couldn't fill it out. I didn't know what half of that stuff was. And what
Okay.
they were asking me, so I went to my advisor at the time and he helped me with it. Come to find out that I got the wrong form. It wasn't even the right form that I was supposed to fill out. But he ended up doing it and changing it for me. So I don't know how they still got my major wrong.
Right.
When y'all literally did it for me. So I don't even feel like going through the process of trying to fill out this form because I know I can't do it.
Did you try the one that has like this link right there?
Is that like on our D12?
Is that the one you put in the announcement?
Yeah,
Mm.
that,
Yeah, if you click on it from the announcements, you should be able to do it there.
do it look like this?
It would be exactly like this, these ones. Traditional student major declaration. Traditional student major, concentration, minor, and declaration. Yeah.
I don't even have all that.
Really?
Minor, I don't have none of that.
Yeah, so you just want to do the major, and it would be like first, last name, student ID, your email address. You could put me as your advisor if you want to. I think our college is still Chase. There it is. Then current concentration, if applicable. You can write social work twice.
Okay.
Why do they call it a concentration? What is that supposed to mean?
And that's different from a minor?
I don't know, but even with the minor, I just put social work twice. Like, dude, we don't even have a minor, but just write it twice. Like social work, unless if you really want a minor.
I don't have a minor or concentration.
Can you do it from your phone?
Uh,
Okay. Or your laptop if it syncs up. So yeah, sorry, they are probably short-staffed everywhere.
Yeah, my advisor show sent me an email. Her days is coming to an end.
Really?
Yep.
Damn. That's insane.
Are you talking about your advisor,
Mm-hmm.
Ms. White?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that.
She is the bartender.
Oh yeah, how do you spell your last name?
RICHARD.
Okay. I've got it. You want me to do the newest one you said?
Yeah,
March 5th.
yeah.
And then this one. I bet it lets me. Do you want it downloaded so that it's a PowerPoint, or do you want it a PDF?
It doesn't matter.
Too many options. Whoa. All right. You come on up. Or do you want me to just do the slides for you?
Yeah.
I can do that. That's fine. Whatever your preference is. I'll just click them or move it as we can.
Hey guys, so I'm going to be talking about childhood schizophrenia. So childhood schizophrenia is a rare but serious mental disorder. It begins before the age of 13. It's similar to schizophrenia in adults, but it just starts earlier. The earlier, oh, sorry guys.
Let me try to make it bigger too. Ooh, damn it. Damn it. Ah! It's so sensitive.
Okay. The earlier the symptoms are, like it could be more intense and harder to manage. Kids who have this condition, they have a hard time telling the difference between what's real and what's reality. It's not caused by like bad parenting or anything. It's just a brain disorder. So it doesn't really happen often. Only about 1 out of every 10,000 children have it. Sorry, I'm looking at my iPad and I can't see.
You're doing good. Is this bigger? Is that better? Or is that not good?
Yeah.
You want this?
I mean, I don't.
Here you go.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, y'all can't see? Why y'all didn't say nothing? Here you go. Okay. Oh, did I read this slide?
Did I break it already?
Okay.
Yeah, as you said, it doesn't happen often. It's 1 out of every 10,000.
Okay, so symptoms could look different. Wait, that's not right. How do I go back? Sorry, y'all.
You're fine. It almost seems like autism too, in a way.
Yeah, that's what is
Okay.
down there.
Okay.
They can't see it, but so like signs overlap with conditions like ADHD, autism, or anxiety. So it can be really hard to diagnose. Like the symptoms are developmental delays, trouble paying attention, poor eye contact, academic decline, and difficulty with daily routines like brushing your teeth, showering, stuff like that. Okay, so to be diagnosed, a child must have at least 2 major symptoms for at least 1 month. The symptoms include hallucinations, delusions, disorganized speech, disorganized behavior, and lack of emotion. At least 1 symptom must be hallucinations, delusions, or disorganized speech. The symptoms must last for 6 months, cause problems in daily life, whether it's school, friends, or even like just at home. And they can't be caused by drugs, another disorder, or a medical condition. So social workers help by explaining the disorders to family in a way that like they can understand it, connecting families to therapists, psychiatrists, and community resources, helping schools create plans and support systems for children, teaching coping mechanisms and social skills, creating safety plans for crises, and advocating for the child's needs. Social workers don't just focus on the child. In this case, they support the family as a whole. So these are just some more symptoms. Again, hallucinations, delusions, disorganized speech and behaviors, no emotions, social withdrawal, less motivation, reduced speaking or eye contact, trouble focusing or remembering, and difficulty understanding complex ideas. Some children who have childhood schizophrenia may seem younger in behavior, or they have actions that appear odd or out of place. So experts don't know like what exactly causes childhood schizophrenia, but it's research that like it's like a mix of different things. So genetics, brain chemistry, brain structure differences, and environmental and prenatal factors. So there's no cure, but there are treatments that help manage symptoms. So medication, therapy, whether it's talk therapy or family therapy, social skills training and academic support. In severe episodes, short hospital stays can help stabilize symptoms and ensure safety for the child and the family. So children who get early and constant treatment often do better. Ongoing support is crucial throughout adolescent and into adulthood. With treatment, many children can improve their abilities to function in school and social settings and build meaningful lives despite the challenges they face. And this is my video.
Oh, look at that.
I can't
Working it
believe
all.
the sleep
I'm
apnea
impressed.
pillow exists.
No, you
So
don't.
I almost made the dumbest mistake of
Thank
my
you.
life. I got
When Janny was 3, we started to notice that she was isolated from the other kids. Janny wanted to play with her imaginary friends more than she wanted to play with her real friends.
Jenny was diagnosed at 6 with schizophrenia.
It was like we were entering this dark tunnel, and I was scared.
I felt terrified that I was going to have to watch her slip away.
Janny sees things, she feels things, she hears things that other people don't.
Here's our kitty cat. Come back, little kitty.
I know that she's hallucinating when she will look up towards the ceiling with her eyes locked on something.
Janny has tactile hallucinations a lot, and the worst is when she feels like she's having diarrhea.
Oh no.
What? No, you don't have it. You're okay. Janny has probably over 100 animals, numbers, and people in her world. According to Janny, they all exist in a place called Kalalini or Roxy. Some of the hallucinations tell her what to do and how to act.
I have 100.
Oh, yeah, we have a problem with 400, yeah. 400, the cat will scratch Janny if she doesn't do what she says.
I'll try Midnight.
Midnight's a black cat.
You can't see her. Only I can see the cat. She's my cat. She had babies.
80, and I believe 80 is a person who tells her to jump off buildings.
I'll show what Blink looks like.
Blink is Jenny's pet.
Blink is a beagle, and she's had him for about a year now.
There he is.
So that's what Blink looks like. Yeah, I've never seen Blink before.
He is along with other dogs.
Who does?
Blink.
Where?
He's right here.
What scares me is I don't know what kind of power they have over her.
Part of schizophrenia is violence. Janny.
It got to the point where being hit and being kicked and being bitten and scratched, that was just part of being Jenny's dad.
Her imaginary friends will tell her to do things like hurt herself or hit Bodhi.
I never know if she's suddenly going to pick up a pencil and shove it in her ear.
For 2.5 years, we had to move her out of the home. We feared for Bodhi at the time because he was an infant. Because of the medication, her violence is diminished. We have embraced raising Janny ourselves. Janny, because we know we're the best caregivers for her or her parents. Take notes. Okay.
Jenny should be brushing her teeth by herself, but won't. Watching Jenny struggle with this, I can't fix it. That is very hard to deal with.
There are times that I feel I just can't take this anymore, and I want to just sleep forever.
I didn't know much about childhood schizophrenia either, so that is a new one. So, anybody have any questions?
Michael and Susan.
Or any
Why they got the camera all in her face?
Oh yeah, when she hit it.
Like, no,
Yeah.
like, I could tell, like, they had the flash on, it's just all in her face, like, why is all that close?
Because it gets views, probably.
Yeah.
Like Dr. Phil.
I want to know how
Yep.
he's going to help this little girl. I ain't gonna know that.
How it's going to help her, you said?
I want to know how he's going to try and help her or help her.
Oh, is that what it says? Dr. Phil meets with her. Do you want to watch this one?
Cause what you gonna do?
Oh, are his episodes really that long? That's 41 minutes.
We don't have to watch it.
What's that? Right here?
Oh, it's about that one.
It's, which I could see maybe it has commercials or whatever, but we could call it with this one. I have never heard of the childhood schizophrenia. So, I mean, if I had a diagnosis, I would have to look it up.
So I'm going to run a schizophrenic 10-year-old daughter, Janny. Now, I asked to interact with Janny and just spend some time with her to kind of see how she was. and what her parents deal with on a daily basis. So let's take a look at that visit. Okay, I'm at the Dr. Phil house and I'm getting ready to talk to Janie. Okay, she's been here for a while and been very agitated, been running out of the room. So this is going to be a bit of a on-the-fly situation. She refuses to be mic'd. So I'm going to run a mic down my right sleeve to come out at my cuff so you can hear her talk. I'm going to be asking her questions to tell me about the world that she lives in apart from us. Her parents are here, and they're going to be prepared to step in and help if necessary. And there's also a nurse here. Hi. Are you Janie?
I'm Jenny.
I'm Dr. Phil. How are you? Michael,
Hi, Dr.
how you
Phil.
doing?
Nice
Good
to
to
meet
see
you.
you. Hey, Jan, let me show you something. I brought you.
We're gonna cook in a second.
Do you have pets?
I do. Now sit down. Do you have pets?
I'll make cookies.
Yeah. Well, we'll make cookies in a minute. Tell me about pets. Do you have a dog?
Yeah.
What's your dog's name?
Honey. Yeah.
Do you have a dog named Blink?
Blink. Yeah.
Tell me about Blink.
Well, Blink.
Is Blink a beagle?
Beagle.
We do have a dog here if you want to see it.
What's the name?
His name is Joey.
I'll make cookies.
Well, okay, you want to see Joey first?
Yeah.
Come here, Joey. Hey, Joey.
Doggy.
Do you have cats?
One cat. Midnight.
Yeah. Is Midnight one of just your friends, or is it somebody I can see too?
One of my friends.
Just your friends? Can I see Midnight?
No.
How come? Okay, you want to make cookies? All right. Well, I guess we'll go make cookies. Can you tell me who 400 is?
One cat.
What kind of cat is 400? Is 400 a good cat or a bad cat?
One cat.
Tell me who 80 is.
My friend.
Yeah. Is 80 a friend that I can meet, or is 80 a friend that just you meet?
I can be.
Just for you? Okay. What you're seeing here is what we call a flight of ideas. It's an inability to get a thought or an idea and stay with it. That's why you see, I want to see the dog. I want to make a sandwich. I want to have cookies. I want sandwich. I want cookies. I want sandwich. Cookies, cookies, sandwich, cookies. I've just been trying to keep up with her and talk to her for about 20 minutes, and I'm sweating. Hey, Janny, you want to go check the cookies? All right, let's do it. Perfect.
Oh,
Janny,
look
these
at
are
that. They
perfect.
came out perfectly.
Okay, you gonna let them cool?
Yeah.
Okay. At this point, she is pretty regulated on her meds,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
So that's so I want people to kind of know, and if
She has a level of psychosis, a basis of
Well,
psychosis.
like what people
Right.
just saw right there.
Mhm.
She was on at that time, 600 milligrams
Yeah.
of lithium,
We have
250
clozaril.
of clozapine, which is an antipsychotic,
Mhm.
and then 75 milligrams of thorazine. If any of us took that,
Or even one of those.
we'd be in a coma for about a week.
Mhm.
and if she got below
Mhm.
those levels,
It goes faster, 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 faster until she goes crazy. That's what happens.
next we're going to talk about the anger, the frustration, the resentment, the issues that Susan and Michael are having in their marriage that led one of them to actually betray the other. We're going to talk about the reality of that when we come back.
And he called that out too. He's like,
self-aware though.
But I don't like how they just try to blame her being schizophrenic on one of them cheating. Yeah. I don't even.
on one of the what? What are they blaming
One
on?
of them cheating. That's what he just said at the end. Oh, about your child being schizophrenic do not cause you to go have an affair.
Oh, you're saying one of them cheated because of
Well,
that.
what he just said at the end, when they come back, he was talking about the mom and the dad and their relationship or something. They betrayed. Yeah, one of them betrayed the other.
Oh, I missed that part. Sorry.
Ain't about y'all.
I don't know. Like, I think this video.
Well, but it gets the views. I think Dr. Phil, he gets a lot of views, and that's what people want to see. Like,
I wonder about what was their purpose of going on the Dr. Phil show? What were y'all trying to get out of it?
You do, and you get to some kind of.
oh, do they pay you to come on?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Have a conversation.
Right. Because, I mean, if they sell that many advertisements.
What y'all talking to Dr. Phil for? Y'all need to be talking to a real therapist.
No, yeah.
Right.
Y'all trying to go on the TV.
What is his degree anyway? Is Dr. Phil like a real, is he for real? Is he?
Most Christian men think men.
I don't know what.
Dr. Phil, what certification? does
Phil
he have?
McGraw.
Yeah.
I know, that's what I'm curious about because I don't know. Early life, no, okay.
Dr. Phil credentials.
So he has a BA and then a MA and PhD.
Oh, it said he has a PhD in clinical psychology.
Okay.
He's not a licensed medical doctor.
He's not?
No.
What?
Where did it say
Oh,
that?
licensed
Oh,
medical,
okay.
that has nothing to do with that.
He has a bachelor's degree in psychology.
That makes sense.
But, so like, would they just go on the show to like talk to him?
I mean, he's a reality TV type of guy, honestly. Like,
What are y'all trying to get out of going on your show to talk to that?
I thought you weren't supposed to call yourself a doctor if you weren't. Like,
well, he does have a PhD, so he
well,
he
yeah, that
would
makes sense.
the license, you're right. Like he wouldn't be able to diagnose. Like technically, if he doesn't have a license, he can't diagnose, but he could talk about it. He's just making entertainment for people, is what it seems that he does.
You can talk to him, you know,
It said he
but
doesn't
it's
have a
gonna be a
license.
TV show. Everybody
Yeah.
can do business.
You have to retake for that license every so often, don't you?
You pay to renew your license. If you don't pay to renew it, it could go to the point where you have to retake it. But if you renew it every 2 years, you should be good. You also need 30 hours of continuing education every 2 years. So I do those like, they used to be free at hospice. I always find new places to do them for cheap or for free. Actually, there was one here I was showing because I have to present at this conference coming up, and God, where did it go? It's probably on my other laptop. But they were asking if I was going to be there at the OAGE conference, and says verify if I'll be in attendance of the conference. I'm not going to attend anything at the conference, but I'm going to do a breakout session. And I guess I follow up. Do you need me to change my registration? So the issue is Central isn't paying for it anymore. So I just signed up to go present and then not attend anything. So you guys, well, here's a sign-up sheet. Oh, any questions about anything?
How many slides should be on our presentation?
That's good. I know that doesn't answer your question. Whatever we saw today was fine.
Okay.
Like 4, 5, 6, 7. If you have a video, like some people like the video thing. And then let's see here.